It's Technology Tuesday. That's right, folks. We are here every single week, Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you practical knowledge, practical applications. You can have practical solutions for your business. And I know Greg is always in the lab putting some stuff together, and he has some really special treats in store for us today. Some techniques, some software, some things to enable our business to really get to the next level and to have some automation when it comes to marketing.
Yes, sir. I can't wait. We have a special guest today. And so if you're tuning in, let us know you're tuning in, hashtag live, and let us know where you're tuning in from. And if you are tuning in on the replay, hashtag replay, and let us know where you're tuning in. Jerry, we are going to just kick it off right now, and we can dive right on in. So let's go. All right, I'm Greg Russell, and this is Jerry Poe, and we are the host of Technology Tuesday. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for catching us on the replay. And today we're going to talk about LinkedIn and LinkedIn automation. And so before we dive in, there's lots of social platforms. There's Facebook, there's Meta, which is all the things is Facebook. There's LinkedIn, there's Twitter, or X, excuse me. Everybody's changing their names now. So there's a way to use social media, a way to grow your business. And we're going to talk about one of those ways, and we're going to focus in on one particular platform today, and that is LinkedIn. Jerry, are you using LinkedIn for your business? Have you been using it? And what are your thoughts about the platform LinkedIn?
Awesome. Very good question. So yes, 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 and yes. Uh, I believe each platform has its own purpose. I don't look at them as a hammer and everything is a nail. I look at one maybe as a wrench, another one's a screwdriver, and uh, LinkedIn, I communicate differently there than I would on Facebook or Instagram. So when I'm on LinkedIn or doing things on LinkedIn, it usually has more of a professional tone to it. It's more about how do I add value to people in terms of their business, in terms of their job, posting about what I'm mostly doing, not in my personal life all the time, but necessarily how I'm helping people grow and build their businesses.
That's awesome, man. I'm also using LinkedIn, and today we have a very special guest. We have a LinkedIn automation expert all the way from South Africa. I want you guys to give me a big hand and welcome Ruben Venter. Ruben, thank you for joining us,
Hey,
sir.
hey. Thank you so much for having me, Craig, Jerry. I appreciate it. Great,
Oh,
great being on the call with both of you.
yes,
And
sir.
yeah, I hope the audience will find it insightful and fruitful.
Yes, sir. So before we dive in, talk things all LinkedIn and automation and marketing, I really want to, give people a chance to know you and your story because you have a very interesting story that I think is real important for people to know about how you became an entrepreneur and the things you went through to become. So if you don't take a few minutes, just tell us about your story and how you got here.
Yeah, no, 100%, absolutely. So essentially, I've been an entrepreneur all my life, and essentially, I've always enjoyed reaching out to people, communicating with them, and having discussions with them. Even though I was introverted, I did still enjoy it, regardless. And I initially started, selling items, specifically vehicles. This was when I was young, student, well, in high school and all that. And things started to pick up from there. And I always had this vision of I want to build my own business. I always saw myself as having my own business, doing my own thing, and never really working for someone in my entire life, right? And then, yeah, after I graduated high school, I actually went on to pursue something um, like aviation. Actually, I wanted to become a commercial pilot, right? But I always had this thing in my back head that, if I'm a commercial pilot, I'll be having a lot of time to still focus on, educating myself, growing myself, and learning new skills because obviously you're sitting in a cockpit. And if everything is working fine on autopilot, then you have a lot of time to to grow as a human and get more skills, and then also, manage a business, right? You don't need to be at the business. Nowadays with internet, we have so many opportunities, and you can just start a business um, as a pilot,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's
But then,
interesting.
yeah, I think,
Especially here in the United States right now, we have a shortage of pilots. So
yeah.
if you if you still think you want to do that, no, I'm teasing. I'm teasing. Well,
Yeah, no worries, no worries. I appreciate it though. So following that desire to become a commercial pilot, in 2019, actually 2020 when COVID hit, I couldn't pursue the studies to become a commercial pilot at the time of lockdown and all that. And then later that year, a tractor pulled down in front of me, and I collided with the tractor, broke my back, crushed my sacrum, broke my pelvis, broke my left wrist, and
oh my goodness.
my left diaphragm is paralyzed due to all of this, and I had bleeding on the brain, and as a result of that, I had short-term memory loss. And what were we talking about? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, essentially, following the accident, the doctors just said that, for me to become a commercial pilot is a no-go, and I would not get medical clearance. So then that's when I pivoted, right? So then I went to start to market a guest house in my local city, and we started off with Google Ads, right? Because that's where I used to go when I was searching for businesses and looking to find something, and it worked really well. So we were running Google Ads for like a year and never ever had a negative ROI. It was a positive ROI from the start, and that was like with a very small budget as well. So that's when, things started picking up for me, and I started delving deeper into the online world, and I came obsessed with this idea of having an online business and having an online business that can actually make other businesses more money.
Well,
That's really
listen,
exciting.
that is exciting, but I need to step back and talk about this accident for just a second. So you had a
Sure.
motorcycle accident where you had multiple injuries. What what prompted you to think that you could actually come back from this industry? What was it like? What was your mindset? Because earlier, the pre-show we was talking about some mindset stuff, but what was it that made you think that you could come out and come from that industry and do anything at all? Like, what was your mindset? What did it take you a long time?
Yeah.
Was it instant? I would love to hear about that.
Craig, this is a really, really great question, and I feel like my eyes are tearing up because this is a really nice question. This is something that really changed my life when this accident happened, right? And I do see it as, I've taken all of the good from this bad and life-changing traumatic experience, and one of the things will be an answer to your question, and that is that, when I was there in rehabilitation for 3 months, learning to how to walk again after, being non-weight bearing, meaning I was in a wheelchair for 8 weeks where I was not allowed to put any weight on my legs, right? That that was a big wake-up call for me, being in that position where you cannot use your legs. You have them. You cannot, well, obviously I could use them to some extent. They were not paralyzed, but I still had I experienced what, to some extent, what paraplegic people might be experiencing. And, that really opened my eyes into, just realizing that, you have all the reasons in the world to be happy and to be grateful for what you have, right? And it's all about what you make of it. Positivity is a must. It's a must in your life. You need to be positive about everything, and you have to have a go-getter mindset. You'll make it work no matter what if you just keep on showing up. And if you do keep on showing up, then you're gonna make it work, because that's what I was seeing in the rehabilitation. I had like scheduled sessions with um, different experts such as, biokineticists and so forth. But I would go to the gym regardless. I would be there each and every single day, because it was a matter of either I'm in there in the gym, the rehabilitation centrum, working on myself, on rebuilding myself, building the muscle, getting back to flexibility and being able to move again, or I can just be in bed and, just be there, lying in bed, not physically moving. And at that time, I really needed to physically move, because, you lose a lot of weight, just by laying. That's the fastest way to lose weight, because you're losing all of your muscles. So to come back to your question, it is just that, my mindset changed in a sense that, positivity is a must and happiness is a choice. You can choose to be happy, and you should choose to be happy.
Oh
And
man.
then if you are positive, then you'll make it work. You'll want to make it work, and you'll keep on trying until you get it to work. And just having that mindset of going out and pursuing that what you want really shifts it for you.
Wow, that's powerful. I love it. I'm gonna let that sit for
Happy
a minute.
to.
Yeah, that's really quotable. I think positivity is a must and happiness is a choice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah. And it is like that. And because you see, the thing is, when I was there, I met a lot of people, right? Because I was in the spinal rehabilitation ward. So I was there seeing all of the paraplegic people, even quadriplegic people. There was a guy, he was a delivery driver. That's what he did all his life. He was a delivery driver, and he came in a motor vehicle accident, and then, he was a quadriplegic. He cannot he couldn't really speak, and he couldn't, obviously use his arms. He was like paralyzed from the neck down. He had to use electric wheelchair to move like with his mouth. But you see, the thing is that every time, every time, every single time, Jerry Craig, that I made eye contact with this guy, he would smile at me, and it would blow my mind, because we, as fully functioning humans with bodies that are mobile and all that, you know, from my point of view, I'd be pretty sad, if I lost all of my mobility and function and all that. But that guy, he was so happy at all the times. He was grateful, and that really inspired me, and that really stuck with me for a long time. Just seeing that guy having all of the reasons in the world to be unhappy, but then
Wow.
actually being happy. Yeah,
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm glad you're here, and thank you for sharing. Because a lot of times as entrepreneurs, we kind of focus in on the tactics and the making money and the social media stuff. But at the end of the day, man, it's all about really trying to better your life and better other people's lives. And you can focus in on yourself and just like you said, happiness is a choice. You can choose. You don't have to have everything to be happy. You can just choose this. You can choose it right now. Like right now, you could choose to just be
absolutely,
happy about the things you have. Like and the little things that we always
absolutely.
that a lot of us take it granted for movement and just the life
Yeah,
that we have and the computer that we have and the camera and all the stuff. Sometimes we take these
yeah.
things for granted. So thank you for sharing. But we do have
Yeah,
limited
you're
time, so
most
we do
welcome.
want to we do want to shift, man. So let's shift and let's talk about LinkedIn, because I invited you here. I know you were
Yeah,
a LinkedIn expert, and so if you could share some things that you've learned
yeah,
and some strategies that
yeah.
you've used to help, what can we do to get more business on LinkedIn?
Yeah, that's a great question. And this is something that happened for me as well. So after I started um, diving deeper into the marketing world, and I started playing around with Google Ads, then I started going to LinkedIn, because initially what I did was I bought a course, and from that course I learned a lot of online skills, and all of well, everything was pointing towards LinkedIn. That's where the professionals are. That's where business are. These people are in the mindset of business. These people use this platform during working hours. And essentially, I started learning on how to optimize my LinkedIn profile, right? And then I started looking for ways to educate myself on specific topics, and I would showcase it on my profile. I would have certain featured sections there. And what happened then was someone from Dubai reached out to me, looking for, specifically LinkedIn ad services. And that was just because it was an organic find. He found me organically through LinkedIn, and he just found me because I was spending time on my LinkedIn and my LinkedIn profile. I was dedicating time to make it nice, polish it, read every word on it, regularly update it, change it, post it, be active on there. And following that, still to this day, we actually working together. This me and this guy from Dubai. That's now for more than 3 years now that we've been working together, and we've been able to serve a lot of businesses together. So it's really important that your LinkedIn profile is optimized. When someone is looking for you, they should be able to find you. So you need to understand, who's your ICP, who's your ideal customer profile, who's the person who you can best serve, and your profile needs to speak to that person. When they see your profile, they should instantly think that this is something relevant to me. This guy is relevant to me because they just see a keyword relevant to them, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
I phrase it like this: your LinkedIn
mm,
profile should be set up like a landing page. Like it has certain
yes,
things on it that where people who are interested in the things you
mm,
have offered could say, "Hey, yes, this is the person for me." So it should be set up
absolutely,
for a landing page. So I got that. All right, cool. So now that we have
absolutely,
our profile set up, let's just assume we do, because um, there are
yeah,
trainings and things you can do to learn
yeah.
how to do that. What's next? What do you have next after we have our profile?
Yeah, 100%. And then it's all about showing up each and every day. And what does that mean? Showing up each and every day it means to use the platform to its fullest capabilities. Like you said a bit earlier as well, Jerry, you have your entire toolbox of different tools. So even as LinkedIn as a tool itself, it also offers its own tools within the platform. So you have daily connection requests that you can send to people with whom you'd like to connect with, and you should leverage that. You should send a minimum of 20 connection requests per day, 5 days per week. So that will keep your account very safe. You won't be restricted at all. And essentially, that's going to be 400 contacts each and every month. And if you're very targeted with who you are reaching out to, then there's a lot of opportunity there. 400 people of your ideal clients. That's really nice. And the thing is that, sending out these connection requests does does it does make you need to show up in the inboxes, respond to people, talk with people, communicate with them, be human, engage with them, and aim to provide value. It's not about asking them because it's not the way it works. But then, taking it further, right? Beyond this is actually bringing in automation into your outreach and prospecting efforts on LinkedIn, right? So essentially, it takes a lot of time to prospect, figuring out who's this 400 people you want to connect with each and every month. It takes time, then sending out connection requests each and every day. And if you're going to be adding personalized connection notes in there, then, there's copy and paste aspect to that. And essentially, it could really fast become really time consuming.
That's right.
Now, that's where automation tools comes really handy because essentially it's all done upfront. So upfront, you can build your campaigns. You can have a list of people you'd
Well,
like to connect with.
let's break down these automation tools, because I know some people are
Yeah.
concerned that if they use
Mm.
tools, they will get their account flagged or shut down or suspended, and we want to make sure that we address that issue, because it's a real concern for people who are like, "Hey,
It is.
LinkedIn says if you use any automation tools, that goes against our terms and services."
Yeah. No, it's a valid concern and it's something that I'm seeing a lot as well from people, doing prospecting on LinkedIn with automation. And as long as you stay within 400 connection requests within a month, you'll be at 100% safe. But, don't do like 200 messages in one single day, or don't do 400 connection requests in one single day, because that's suspicious activity. That will get your account flagged. But if you do 20 connection requests per day, 5 days per week, and you don't over exaggerate with likes and comments and messages, then you'll be perfectly fine.
So let me break this down. I believe that if you do 20 connection requests a day, you may have 3 to 5 short conversations, if because people may respond, right? And if you are
Yes.
targeting your prospects who most likely could possibly do business with you, then those 3 to 5 conversations that you could have are are prospecting, and worth your time. It's when people
Mm,
abuse the system or the platform that they get in trouble, or when they try to do things where they're not really involved. I believe you have to use
yeah,
automation in conjunction with yourself to get the best result of it. And so I think that that is
absolutely.
how you address that. Like, listen, if you do
Yeah.
20 outreaches a day and you can have 3 to 5 conversations a day, typically you can work that into your existing schedule for most people, right? So, but if you go send out 100 requests, then you're going to get flagged because that's not normal. And then if 20 to 25 people respond to you, now have 20 to 25 conversations in that one day, people are going to get, you're not going to respond to everyone, or you're not, so it gets crazy when you don't just do it at a rate that's the way it should be done. So with that,
Absolutely.
when it comes to automation software, um, do you have something special for us? I brought you on because I knew you had something special for us, and this is. I hope you
Yeah,
guys have have stayed to this point, because this is where we're going to share something very, very valuable. So,
yeah.
Ruben, what do you got for us, sir?
Yeah, so essentially the software that I'm using for my LinkedIn outreach automation, it actually combines LinkedIn and email outreach automation. It's called Closely, right? And essentially it helps you set up campaigns from scratch where you can, actually just define your audience, meaning your list of people you'd like to reach out to. And that could be as simple as just going onto LinkedIn and searching for CEOs, and then copying that URL and then adding it to the software, and then it's gonna send automatic connection requests to to those people from that link in that search URL, right? So it could be as simple as that, and in some cases, simplicity wins because you want to be utilizing your 20 connection requests per day, right? Connecting and growing your LinkedIn account, because ultimately your LinkedIn account can become so big, and it really gives you a lot of credibility and authority. Imagine if you see a LinkedIn profile and you see someone with 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 followers, then you understand that these people are thought leaders in their space. So so going beyond the sequences and defining your audience, you can add steps into your sequence. So for example, you can send a connection request with your own message in there, and in the message you can add personalization, such as the name, the company name, the job titles, and then following that you can have certain um, settings so that they receive a message if they have accepted your connection request. And same story, this message can be adjusted to be sent at a specific time or day, depending on how it goes and all that. And yeah, you can you can just combine it with email outreach as well,
Okay.
essentially sending out emails alongside the LinkedIn outreach as well. Yeah,
All right. Cool. So we
and
have.
also
Go ahead, Jerry. Oh, I thought you asked a
Sorry,
question.
No,
no,
Ruben.
I just wanted to add there as well. It also comes with an extension, right? So when you're on LinkedIn, you can actually just click on someone's profile and then get their contact information. If it's available, you'll get it. And this extension also shows you like a summary of this profile, who they are, what they do. So it really just accelerates your prospecting to get in front of the right people at the right time, and ultimately open these doors for you. I see this as a door opener. It's something that works on autopilot, and it's unlocking opportunities.
Okay, great. So we share a lot of software on our show, a lot of tools. So Closely, if I bring it back up, are we just recommending people get it, um, or do you have
Yeah,
something
so
special?
right
Because
now,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so right now for this closely software, right? So what I did was I created a school community called ProLink, and the entire vision for this community is to connect professionals to professions. But it's not like you're going to get a job, but it could be for that. But it could also be that you could get a new client, you could get new leads, you could get new jobs, you could get new talent for your team. Because what it does, it automates your LinkedIn outreach. On LinkedIn, you find talent, you find employers, you find employees, you find clients, right? So you can define your own goals and set up the campaigns to reach your own desired targets.
Okay.
So it's essentially for anyone. But this community it's on school, and it's called ProLink. And then also the founding members of this community will be getting a free seat of this LinkedIn email automation software to, for lead generation, finding talent, or however you'd like to use it. But yeah, it will just accelerate your results on LinkedIn.
All right. Make sure I got this straight. What you're saying to me? What you're saying to me, Jerry? Make sure you got this straight. You're saying if we join your community, that we're going to get a seat for Closely, basically, right? For which is valued at
Yeah,
$49 a month.
that's correct. Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
cool.
that's a starting point.
All right, so uh, I know there's probably a limit on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you guys an opportunity to be one of the few that can get in to get the software. So I created a link for you guys for you to join me, Ruben, and Jerry to get this software and use it. It's at gregurl.com/LinkedIn. That is gregurl.com/LinkedIn. And you'll come to a registration page. You just enter your information, and then we'll get you the information so that you can join the community and get the free software. And Ruben, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a very simple training on something that I found in the software, which is really, really powerful. Like a lot of times people miss certain things, and Jerry knows I find some really cool things. So I'm going to share with you just right quick uh,
Yeah, please.
my campaign. Nothing special because I was just testing it, but I just want to show you guys I have an
Okay.
account. I connected it to my LinkedIn. I connected it to my email. And so I just did a little test here. And so it was, connecting people, and I got 21% acceptance rate for just testing this out. I was able to build a profile, but I found something in here that's really, really powerful. And, I'm going to share it with you guys inside of the community, show you exactly how you can use it and take it even to another level higher. But the cool thing is, what I'm really excited about is that you can actually get the software for free um, if you register today, gregurl.com/LinkedIn. Now, we're only giving away so many seats of the software. It's not a free for all. So listen, for those of you guys who watch us live, thank you so much. You can be one of the first ones in there. And for you guys on the replay, hopefully you caught it in time to be one of the few to get access to the software. But it is a limited number of seats that we are giving away that you can come in here. So with that, man, is there anything else you want to add about this powerful software that you are offering for active members in your community?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously in the community as well, you get a community of other people also using the software, and you'll be able to get all the help that you need to set up the software. There's even courses and content about setting up the software, connecting your account, building your first campaign, and there's more to come to the community as well. A bit more deep dive into advanced marketing and lead generation strategies and tactics. But yeah, there's everything that you would need to get started and get going is all right there. Yeah.
Yes.
And this can happen on autopilot and it's free. Like imagine getting leads for free or finding talent for free or finding a new job for free.
Yes, I like it
Yeah.
because it saves time for doing the outreach messages.
Yeah.
You can let
That's
it
the thing.
do its thing. You can add, and it'll do it
Mm.
at a rate that's not abusive,
Yeah,
and it's not using up your time. The other thing that I really
absolutely.
really
And
like
and
for those you guys who like integrations, this integrates with HubSpot, PipeDrive, Webhook, Salesforce, Zoho, and Go High Level. So if you're finally looking for something that's going to connect LinkedIn and Go High Level, this does it. Again, we only have a few seats to be able to give away. So first come, first serve. And yeah, really love the connection. I really think the software is very powerful and can be useful for people who are looking to take advantage of LinkedIn. Again, you guys can get it at gregurl.com/LinkedIn. Jerry, your
yeah.
thoughts, sir. I know you've been eyeing it, man.
Nah, man, it's cool. Like it think it solves so many problems for people. And as you both were saying, this is just another tool to add to your toolbox to make the process uh, super friendly and to simplify things for you. And a lot of times, I think when it comes to LinkedIn, it could be I mean, I want to say overwhelming. But I don't know if that's the right word to use, but like, you know, there's different parts to it, and people are trying to think, well, where do I get started? What do I do? Um, because LinkedIn is more of a professional, so it's not like a social media like Facebook or Instagram where it's like you let your hair down. So when it comes to LinkedIn, it can be somewhat intimidating for people, and this simplifies the process.
Yes, yes. Well,
That's
listen,
true.
man.
That's true.
I'm sorry, Ruben. What'd you say?
No, no, I was just agreeing with Jerry, and also I think it's important to also note that the software doesn't seem robotic or doesn't seem like spam or anything like that. You can build these campaigns custom and bespoke to you. You can set up time delays. You can set up messages. You don't even have to send messages. You can just connect with people you'd like to connect with, people you'd like to add to your network. So yeah, it's super safe and yeah, user friendly.
Well, listen, I want to thank you for your generosity, for being able to do this. I want to thank you for coming on the show today and sharing your story. And I hope it inspires so many others as it inspired me. And with that, we want to thank you guys for tuning in this week. And I want to invite you back, everyone, to come join next week as we have another special episode and another guest expert next week on Technology Tuesday. So, with that, make sure you guys join our group at technologytuesday.com. Have a safe and productive weekend. And until next week, we'll talk to you soon. Take care.